Section 1 of the MOOC is going to focus on these key environmental SDGs and what they are, looking particularly at 6, 7, 13, 14 and 15 and what these numbers actually mean. So you can see from this diagram that there's lots of links between the Sustainable Development Goals. And while we're not talking about them all here, you can see that they do impact common areas. On the left, we've got some environmental related pressures, which might be to our health and well-being, our economy. In the world's economy, a lot of this is linked in varying different ways. And on the right, we're trying to protect and conserve and enhance even the EU's natural capita, the things that we actually have within nature. So the first one of these we want to talk about is clean water and sanitation. So what it aims for is to have universal and equitable access to safe drinking water for the whole world. Hopefully the wastewater treatment can be improved and promote efficient and sustainable management of water, the water resources, freshwater resources we have in the world. Next up, we're thinking about 7, portable and clean energy. Lovely idea. We're trying to get this for everyone, particularly for underserved regions. Many of us are very fortunate and we have a lot of this. Often others don't. Focus, obviously moving towards renewable energy sources. Take the focus away from fossil fuels. And by doing this, hopefully reduce consumption, even our consumption in our daily lives in the Western world. Many of us use a lot of energy. We don't really even know how much we're using, and therefore lowering carbon emissions. Next one, 13. 13 is climate action. So it's particularly about the climate. Greenhouse gas. We've been hearing about this for many, many years, but mitigation of these emissions, trying to reduce them in varying different ways. The impacts that are coming through climate, how do we adapt to them? What do we do? And promote and teach this stuff. And don't push it on people, but promote and teach it in a different way so that we have better understanding of it. Then going on to 14, which is life below water. Most of the planet's covered in water, and we have to really think about these. It's very polluted in many different areas. Trying to have some sustainable way to manage the ecosystems, that we can do this for a long time. And combating the ocean acidification. Then we go on to 15, life and land. That's where most of us are. And most of the land on Earth is not cities. It may surprise you. But these terrestrial ecosystems, nature, how do we conserve that? Combat things like deforestation and desertification. Much of this stuff is getting cut down. There's a lot of resources there that we want. And then try and protect, varying different biodiversity and halt species extinction, because there's a lot of stuff happening. So these goals, all of the SDGs are aspirational. This is what we want to try and move towards, but it's important to keep these in mind and see how you, in your future career, you could actually impact this stuff.